Movies. You like that? You like that? At the start of 2025, my resolution was to watch more movies. I love movies, but my issue is I never used to go to the theater, and I have a hard time watching them at home because either I'll put it on when I'm doing something, and I'll either not pay attention to the movie and feel bad, or I'll just watch the movie and like give up whatever I'm doing. But this year I said screw it, and I watched a lot of movies. I saw 57 movies this year. I drove back and forth to a theater half an hour away from me that showed a lot of old ones, and went to the one in my town a lot, watched a lot at home, and I'm proud of myself. It's not that much, but it's much for me. About half of them I saw in theaters and half of them I saw at home. However, only 10 of those actually came out in 2025, so I'm going to give you my top 5 non-2025 movies from 2025. This list will only include movies that have not been released last year now, because I take a while to make videos. Without further ado, number 5.
The Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Even though it's in my top 5, I wouldn't say this is one of the best movies I saw, but it's one of them to really stick with me this year. I don't get scared by horror movies. Obviously, if there's like a jump scare, I'm gonna jump. But none of them really like freak me out too much. But Texas Chainsaw Massacre stuck with me this year for some reason. I guess I know the reason. It's not much of your regular movie. If you know anything about the movie, you've heard this before, but stuff just kind of happens, you know? These friends go on a road trip, and they get targeted by a cannibal family, and then they go find their house, and after they find the house, everything just kind of goes downhill from there. They just keep wandering around, getting killed. Yes, the family targets them, but it's more just like they wander into the house, and stuff starts happening because of that. And the last half an hour of the movie, it's the first time I really wanted like a movie to end, just because it was so uncomfortable. If you don't know, the last like 30 minutes is literally just final girl. It's literally just Sally screaming and getting tortured by this family. She gets tied up at the table, has to sit through all their gross stuff. Their grandpa, which also did not expect their grandpa to be alive. You see this like comically wrinkled body in the corner, and you're like, okay, that's a dead body. Then they wheel him downstairs, and then he wakes up. Like what? Like what? And then this is where like the dark humor comes in. They give their grandpa, they give him a hammer, and it's like, Grandpa, hit her on the head. And he is like 20 times. They give him the hammer, he drops it, they pick it up, give it to him. But the whole time he's just like, and it's after screaming for 20 minutes. Yes, I wanted the movie to end, but also it was getting funny at that point. And the movie stuck with me also because it captures like dehumanization perfectly. It's a really good analogy for slaughterhouses, but basically Leatherface's family treats people like animals. They're cannibals, duh. But intermixed with Sally screaming at the end is some like pig squeals and stuff, to a point where like when she's screaming normally, you start being like, all right, that sounds just like a pig, honestly. And it's gross. It's really gross, and I think they did it really well. Is it really terrifying, and like is it a good horror movie that like grips me in the heart? Not really. Would it be scary to watch in an old farmhouse in the middle of nowhere? Yes. At night? Yes. I would rather die.
But I'm innocent! Swan stole my music and framed me!
Number 4, Phantom of the Paradise. Holy Lord, this movie is beautifully... It was a surprise that how good this movie was. I've had this on my list for, honestly, probably since 9th grade at this point. And I went into it thinking it's going to be a random, like, 80s B movie. It's so good. I don't know, it's so good. Oh my gosh. It has literally some of the best story progression I've seen in a while. I suggest going in blind, because not knowing what's going to happen was a really, really good thing. But if you don't care about spoilers, basically the movie follows this one music artist, Winslow, as the biggest music producer in the world, Swan. Steals his music, frames him, and gets him locked in jail. In jail, Winslow gets his teeth ripped out and replaced by metal. After like 2 months, or I don't know how many, maybe half a year. He escapes, goes to Swan's, like destroys his music or something, accidentally burns half his face, ruins his vocal cords, goes to Swan's new paradise, which is his new concert hall, I think, and starts ruining some stuff. But then he meets with Swan, and Swan's like, why don't we work together? We can make a really good song, and I can get you your voice back. This is in like the first 15-20 minutes. I thought it was gonna be like he was gonna be haunting the paradise throughout the whole movie, and they were gonna find him at the end. No, the first time Winslow is like blows up a place, Swan talks to him, is like, hey, let's do it together. And the editing in this movie and the wacky music, all the colors, the overacting, everything, it's so beautiful. It's beautifully weird. Oh my gosh. Where a lot of B movies, a lot of movies in general fall flat is a lot of movies have a character driven to do something, but the character isn't really driven. They're just kind of like made to do something. And this, Winslow is so believable as the main character slash antagonist for the other characters in the story. Having your best piece stolen from you, used by the biggest producer in the world, him saying it's his music, him sending you to jail, no one believing you, him ripping your teeth out, inadvertently ruining my vocal cords, I also would go insane and want to kill him, and like the whole movie just be like, Gah! Gah! Where's Swan? Swan! And the framing of, he puts on this like random mask that has one of his eyes darkened and the other not, and the whole movie just kind of frames it around this open eye. And there's so many good shots where it's of Winslow with the mask on with his metal teeth, and he's just like the one eye. It's in the posters all the time. It looks beautiful. The mask looks beautiful. The fact that he gets his teeth ripped out, gets his face burned so you can only see one of his eyes in the mask. The way all this pieces together is so perfect and believable and satisfying that the whole movie you're not just like, this guy's a freak. You're like, dang, this guy is awesome. That's so sad. Oh, there's a guy named Beef too.
Beef. Whoa!
I can't recommend this movie enough. It might have been my number one if I hadn't seen it so long ago and I kind of forgot about it, but it's so good. It's so beautiful. The editing is so nice. It's so cool. It's so avant-garde. Watch this movie. It's good. It's good. It's a really good movie. It's so weird, but it works so well. The ending was kind of but it works so well. Editor John here. I forgot to mention, it's a musical. The music and songs in this movie are really good, and all of the performances are awesome to watch. Hey, Car John here. I forgot to mention, there's some good songs in this musical. Like, they're meant to be kind of jokes in the musical, but Goodbye, Eddie, Goodbye. My God. Hey, Car John here again. Postery might be, I don't know if it beats Goodbye, Eddie, Goodbye, but man, they got good songs in this musical. Postery, when my baby's just up close to me, that's supposed to be what our life is all about, all about. Number 3, Hundreds of Beavers. The story of a man hunting hundreds of beavers to win somebody's love. Very basic setup. I can't even begin to describe what this film does. My gosh, I watched some good films this year. Hundreds of Beavers, I saw the trailer and I thought a lot of the cartoony stuff and how fake it looked was kind of gonna ruin it for me. This movie is a masterpiece. This old style of slapstick and new style, I don't know, it mixes everything just perfectly well and you're left astonished. The whole movie is one joke after another. I don't even think there's one serious moment in it, but it somehow has almost 2 hours of just pure, like, every joke lands. Every joke landed for me. Not even in a overtly funny way every time, but more so like a satisfying way. Like the director, that was a good one. That was a good one. Especially because there's maybe 10 gags in this film that just keep going from the start. There's one where I think it was the hunter. It's been a while since I saw this. The hunter gets his hat knocked off, and whenever that happens, a bird comes in. A woodpecker comes and pecks his head. That happens maybe 20, 30 times in the film. Sometimes it's like 3 times back to back. Sometimes it's just like out of the blue random. Every time it happens, you're just like, okay, come on. There's a lot of masterfully crafted jokes where like it takes like 10 minutes for the punchline, but along the way there's like 10 different punchlines. Oh my gosh. And the style of everything, the fact that there's like, you can tell there's like 5 beaver costumes, but they like make it look like there's hundreds of beavers. Title drop. This is the master class in comedy. Like everyone, I feel like if you're gonna make slapstick comedy, you need to watch this film. And I really wish I saw this in theaters last year, because I imagine the audience would be hooting and hollering the whole time. Hundreds of Beavers, in my eyes right now, perfect film. I think when I watched it, it was getting slow sometimes, but in my eyes right now, that's a beautiful film. This whole time, I just can't believe how good it works. Incredible. Number 2, Carrie. I did not expect this movie to make me sob. I'm not a big sobber in movies. I do cry quite often, but I'm not like a hyperventilating sobber in movies. This movie made me cry on and off for like an hour that night. I've also had this on my watch list since I was born, basically, and I always wanted to wait for like the right moment to watch it, just because it seems like obviously a cult classic. But then one night I was doing a little workout, and it was on free on YouTube, so I put it on. I like stopped what I was doing like 20-30 minutes in just to watch the movie, because there's not really too much that goes on in the movie. Like, it's Carrie, girl with powers, abused by her mom, bullied at school. We get that set up, and then a kid invites her to prom. There's a big prank going on, but most of the movie is her getting ready for prom, going to prom, and then like a little bit of the aftermath. But the bulk of the movie is like her at prom experiencing. It makes me want to cry right now. I'm not gonna lie. I'm tearing up a little bit. I'm gonna be honest here. Most of the movie is her experiencing goodness for once. All of her life she's been abused by her mom. She has so much trauma. It's awful. She's been bullied at school by literally everyone. And then it splits up. There's this girl and her boyfriend. She suggests her boyfriend invites Carrie to prom. We think she was part of the prank with another girl who's planning to spill a bucket of blood on her. It turns out this guy that's taking her to prom is being so sweet to her, is being the best guy he can ever be, taking care of her, telling her not to get mad at herself, telling her not to be scared, also making her come out of her shell. We find out he and his girlfriend are not part of the prank. And seconds before the bucket dumps on her, we find out that he's been a genuinely good guy this whole time. And then in her moment of 100% joy in her life, even everyone in the crowd is happy for her to become prom queen. Even though it was rigged, everyone is happy for her. There's a couple people in the crowd that don't like her, of course, but literally most everyone is happy for her. She's smiling. And then we find out they're not part of the prank, and we shouldn't feel mad at this guy and his girlfriend. And then she gets the bucket of blood dumped on her, and everything is ruined. Everything is ruined. I'm gonna cry again. Oh my gosh. I love Carrie so much. I don't know if I'm gonna need at least a year to watch that movie again, because my lord. Going into it, I was like, yeah, I think, because I've been making little buttons of all the movies I watch. I was thinking, yeah, I'm gonna paint the blood scene, obviously. I don't want a single piece, at least right now, okay? It's wearing off a little bit. I don't want a single piece of merch of Carrie drenched in blood or anything after the bucket falls. I only want to see the pictures of Carrie happy at the prom. Oh my gosh, that guy was so sweet. That guy was so genuinely sweet. That tore me apart. I rewatch movies that I like a lot. I cannot bring myself to watch this one again. It's awful. It is awful what they do to her. I'm gonna cry again. I love Carrie. Also, side note, biggest jump scare I felt in my life in this movie. At the end, the girl that was nice to her is experiencing a little nightmare where she's going to Carrie's grave and she plants flowers on her grave, and it's like dreamy lighting, dreamy music the whole time. And out of the blue, Carrie's hand reaches up, grabs her, music changes in like not less than a split second. Enough for me to be like, oh my gosh, this is I'm still crying at this point, to literally my heart drops to my stomach because of this jump scare. First jump scare in ever to catch me off guard like that. I was in front of my computer like this. My computer's right here, by the way. I was like this close to my computer, and then they decided to pull that on me, and literally my heart did drop to anywhere. It was awful. And apart from that jump scare, saddest movie of my life. I can't think about Carrie. I can't talk about Carrie for this long without feeling something. Her smile. I gotta move on to the last one. Her smile and her face in that moment, the seconds before the blood's dumped on her, the same shot. It's awful. It's awful. And I think the worst part is also, I'm still going. The worst part is like the dread, because now everyone knows Carrie gets a bucket of blood dumped on her. So this whole time I'm dreading, like, it's gonna suck. It's all gonna go wrong. And I know that, but at the same time, this is so sweet, and I really, I gotta kill Stephen King. Carrie, I love you.
Hey, now what happened here?
I had to kill him!
What? He's dead?
Not anymore.
No. Herbert!
Number 1.
Reanimator.
1 week in October, I watched 6 movies, all in theaters. Good streak for me. Very fun week. This was the movie to start it off, and my gosh, it was an amazing movie to start this week off with. It got my blood pumped. This is by far my favorite film I saw last year. I need to watch the sequels right now because I'm starting to forget what happened, and I need this back in my brain. I need it back in my brain. Getting out of that theater, I was like, that's a good movie. What? I might be a little biased because I saw it in theater and the crowd was a good crowd, but I went into this thinking it's going to be a little story about a Frankenstein-y guy, resurrects a body, chaos ensues. Herbert West, his only purpose in life is to resurrect bodies. The movie follows a college student, the main character, Dan, who starts rooming with, I think he's just a regular scientist who starts going to school. He has this serum he calls the reagent, and it reanimates corpses, and he's trying to perfect it. But Herbert West's only purpose in life is to keep making more alive bodies. As soon as he moves in, bodies start piling up. I think the day after West moves in, he kills the house's cat and starts reanimating it. And I'm not one for animal deaths in movies. It makes me sad. That's it. That's all I have to say about it. But it made me sad a little bit, but also the scene where the reanimated cat goes crazy and is running around the room, and they're just like hitting every piece of furniture trying to kill the cat. Absolutely hilarious. And then, what's his name? Dan? Dan picks up the cat, chucks it against the wall, and it just dies. It's like 2 minutes of them going like, and then it jumps at him, he throws it, and it smacks against the wall and it dies. And it's absolutely hilarious. Animal death can be funny sometimes. From what I remember, all the grotesque and bloody and action stuff in this movie is done so over the top and so just 112%. So much blood, so much just like, I don't want to see that, in a good way. And every time something dies, Herbert West is like, I gotta reanimator this, and he just brings it back to life, and it starts killing more people, and it's amazing. It really helps that the reagent he made, because his problem with it is everything he reanimates is violent. So a lot of the grotesque stuff is seeing these corpses come to life, and they're just basically like, it's so uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable to watch, but like, it's so good. It's so good. He kills someone, reanimates them, stuff happens because of that. Then he kills another guy, cuts his head off, reanimates him. The guy's walking around with his decapitated head, stumbling around. Hilarious little scene is when this guy with his decapitated head is like stumbling through an office for like 2 minutes. And then it gets to the point where everybody in the morgue is reanimated and they're fighting each other. There's like, I think there's like a big tentacle at one point. I forgot what happened. It's just chaos and it's beautiful. There's just blood. There's corpses just screaming. This sounds really bad, but it's so good. It's so good. You just gotta watch it. If you like gross stuff, you gotta watch it. If you don't, maybe sit this one out. I like a lot of practical effects. I love practical effects. I love body horror. I love stuff that looks pretty fake, but they did a lot of work with it. It looks so good. Reanimator is such a good, disgusting, but wacky film. I need to watch the sequels because I'm thinking about it now. And also, I think my favorite poster of the year, something about the like shadowy hands in the background, West with the reagent, the head in the tray, the fact that everything's like, it's just everything's on the table and that nice crisp quality. I love the color of the reagent. It like glows in every scene it's in, and it's just awesome. This movie's just awesome. What can I say? This movie's just awesome. This movie's just so awesome. Herbert West is a psycho, and I'm excited to see what they do in the sequels. Editor John here. I forgot to say the opening credits and the music. Incredible. I listen to that all the time. It's such a bop. And that wraps up my non-2025 films. If I did 2025 rankings, so like the actual films that came out last year, Sinners obviously has to be number one. I could say that unbiased. I went in knowing Michael B. Jordan playing two characters, vampires in the South. Coworker said to go watch it. I watched it before reviews were out or anything, and I cried in the car because it was so beautiful. What other movies came out this year? I gotta put Chainsaw Man on here. Chainsaw Man Reze arc. I know nothing about Chainsaw Man. Haven't watched anime in years. A couple friends invited me. Gorgeous. Ooh, masterpiece of a film. Beautiful. Beautiful. Don't really care about the story. Good story. Animation. Like an hour of unbelievable anime fight scene that just keeps going to the point where it's just like a bunch of lines on screen, but you know what's happening. I forgot about that. That is so good. Oh my gosh. I think I'll put Good Boy on here because it's one of the only 2025 films I've seen. It doesn't do much. Obviously, it's a pretty simple film. Very scary at some points. As a dog lover, already making me want to tear up right now. Oh, that's such a sweet film. I kind of forgot. Weapons, yeah. There's really nothing else I watched. K-Pop Demon Hunters. Hey, I like K-Pop Demon Hunters. Also watched that before it was like hype, but it was like, yeah, that's a good movie. I like the animation. Didn't care too much about the songs. Wish there was more demon hunting, but it was a good movie. That was a good movie. Wicked Part 2. I have many thoughts about that we won't share today. But if you know me, Glinda can die in a hole. I think that's really all I got. Thank you for watching. Let me know if you've seen any cool movies down below. Preferably not from this year, because I'm seeing a lot of old movies, and I like to talk about older movies. Obviously ones that come out recently, give them some love, but I'm trying to get more of the classics in my lexicon. So let me know if there's any good past movies you've seen this year, or any movies you want to talk about in the comments. Otherwise, I will catch you on the flip side. Maybe I should talk about, I shouldn't talk about Wicked. There's too much lore. There's too much stuff for people to critique me about. Final thought of the video, Glinda can die in a hole. Yeah. Also, I modeled this outfit after Friday the 13th Part 2. Love that guy's outfit. Don't know how the jeans work too well. Love that guy's outfit. Yeah.